All right, we are going to get started with Google Classroom. So, quick reminder, Google Classroom is this icon right here if you don't know. And if you haven't downloaded it already, make sure that you go to self-service, which is this icon, and go download it, okay? So when you open Google Classroom, yours is going to look a little different than mine. And I say that because I have a bunch of classes here. It's very possible that you probably have no classes there yet. But in any case, I'm going to show you how to join a class. So if you go to the bottom right, the very bottom on the right, you will see a plus icon right there. And if you click on it, you can hit join class. And when you do that, you're going to be able to put in a class code. Now your teacher is going to have to provide that code for you. You're going to input that code. And when you do that, eventually you will have a class on your home screen the same way I do. So I'm going to go to a sample class that I have right here. All right, so once you open up a class in Google Classroom, you will see that you have a few options at the very bottom. The first screen that we start at the bottom is the stream. And a stream just gives you basically everything that's going on in the classroom on a day-to-day basis. So if your teacher makes any announcements or if your teacher inputs any assignments, you'll see they're all there. And you see that I have a list of very old assignments from a very old class that I was in. On the bottom next to the stream, you will see classwork. So I'm going to click classwork. And you will see that there are a list of assignments. Now, every assignment is going to have a due date, so you're going to have to submit that assignment at the appropriate time, and I'm going to show you later how to do that, okay? And then last but not least, you are going to see an icon at the very bottom that says people, and these are the people that's in your class. The most important one is probably your teacher. He or she will be at the top, and if you click the little mail icon, you could actually email them. And then you will see a list of other people, your classmates that are in the class, and that might be useful if you want to contact them. So that is essentially what your Google Classroom page will look like. It'll be a stream, classwork where your assignments are, and people. And if I had to guess, I think the page you will be on the most is probably classwork because you're going to submit your classwork there, and the stream, okay? Now, at some point of using Google Classroom, you're going to obviously want to submit an assignment. So I'm going to open up an app called Notability. And Notability is right here. And Notability is going to be a common app that you use because it's an app, as the name implies, for taking notes. You'll see that I have a lot of assignments here, all chemistry assignments, right? So I'm going to click on a random assignment. And here it is. And what Notability allows you to do is basically write, take notes, and do homework, right? But right now we're not concerned with that. What we are concerned with is submitting assignments to Google Classroom. So let's say that this was your assignment and you need to turn this into your teacher, right? If you look at the top left-hand corner, you will see an icon that I just clicked on. And it kind of looks like a square with an arrow going up. It's in the top left corner. When you click on it, it says send to. So you will be looking for this icon a lot because this is the icon that you use to send an assignment to Google Classroom. It is the icon you use to send an assignment to Google Classroom or anywhere else for that matter. So it says send to, and it says where do you want to send it to? Do you want to send it via email, via Dropbox? And none of these are Google Classroom. So we're going to click at the very bottom, Other Apps. And we're going to hit Share Note. And now it gives us the option of picking Google Classroom, which I've highlighted right here, right? So I'm going to click that, Google Classroom. So eventually it's going to bring you here to share to Google Classroom. And on the far right, you'll see an arrow icon, and that allows you to pick what class you want to submit it to. So I have a lot of classes here. You're going to find the class that you want to submit your assignment to, okay? So at this point, you are going to hit Attach to Assignment. You are going to find the assignment that you want to send it to. So maybe the assignment was called Goal Cycle. It's going to load for a minute, and then you are going to hit Mark as Done. And that's it. You've submitted your assignment. Your teacher will have your assignment at that point, and that will be it. Now, the only complication occurs when you have a bunch of classes and a bunch of assignments. So it's going to take a second to make sure you hit, math class and make sure you find the right assignment to submit it to. But other than that, it really is that easy. Again, just to repeat, you are going to be looking for this icon in the top left, which is basically a square with an up icon. And again, that icon is going to be found not just in Notability, but in a lot of apps. All right. One of the last things we want to talk about is how to send something via Google Docs or another Google program. So I'm going to open up Google Docs, and maybe you'll write a paper or an assignment on Google Docs for a teacher, and I have my assignment right here. So right now I want to submit this assignment to Google Classroom, right? So if you look on the top right-hand corner, you will see 3 dots, which I've highlighted, and you're going to click them. And when you do, towards the bottom, you're going to see something called Share and Export. You're going to click that, and then we are going to send a copy. We're going to hit OK as a PDF. And if you notice, Google Classroom is not one of the apps immediately. You have to scroll a little bit to find Google Classroom, and then click it. And then give it a second to load. And then once you find the class to submit it to, you're just going to hit Attach to Assignment, and then find the assignment that you want to submit it to. Then you're going to hit Add Attachment, and that's it. You're done. Last thing that we want to talk about is notifications, because another cool feature of Google Classroom is that it can alert you to different things that are going on. It can alert you if a new assignment is posted. It can alert you if something is due. So at the top left, you're going to see these 3 lines up here, which I've highlighted, and you're going to click them. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you are going to see Settings. So we are going to click Settings. And then towards the bottom, you will see Notifications, which I've highlighted. So we're going to click that. And this is basically a list of all the different notifications you can have through Google Classroom, and then also a little toggle to turn them on or off. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of different notifications you can get, and honestly, I would recommend turning all of them on. So the first one says email notifications. Do you want to get an email when something is due or when something new is posted? I would turn that toggle on and say, yes, I do. Do you want to get a notification if someone comments on your post? Maybe your teacher is replying back to you. I would turn that on. Would you want to, for example, get a notification when you get work and other posts from teachers? Yeah, I would definitely turn that on because you want to know when a teacher posts new work. Would you want to get a notification when a teacher returns work to you with a grade? Again, I would probably turn that notification on, and I would turn most of these notifications on. But if at any point you want to turn these notifications off, you could always come right back here and do that. For example, if you're bored of those email notifications, you're like, it's too many emails, I don't need this, you can turn those right off. And again, these notifications will look a lot like the notifications you might have on a phone. It's just something that pops up on your home screen to alert you. So these are really useful to have. And remember, your iPad is primarily for schoolwork, so you always want to be alerted when new schoolwork is posted. That is Google Classroom. I hope this video helped you, and we will come back to you soon with another video.